Oh, you're videoing?
Yeah, say something.
Colorado, here we come. Can't wait. See you in a little while, Kelly and Sebastian.
Bye.
We're in Denver waiting on the car, and we're all hungry. I think we're gonna go actually over to Boulder for lunch. Look at this bunny. What do you think?
Feeling you.
What do you think, Mom?
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Do you have any?
You made it.
You did it!
Do you have the email I sent you about?
What?
Is my sunscreen all rubbed in?
Like a homeless? Homeless.
The sun's intense up here in Colorado. If the sun comes up, it's like.
Hey guys, it's day one in Estes Park, and we're heading over to Rocky Mountain National Park. We're going to be going into the Bear Lake Corridor, and we're going to be excited and walking around. We're going to have some lunch over there. It's going to be beautiful. Come with us.
Wow, it looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day. Hello, Mr. Elk.
Hey.
No, don't talk to him. Let him be. He's enjoying a nice breakfast.
All right, let's get to the trailhead. Wow.
All right.
We're heading out on our hike
Just so you know, I have
to Glacier Gorge,
in
and
my pocket.
we're psyched. Show where we're going.
Up there.
Josephine. I like that.
What's that? The movie turn?
Yes. That a chipmunk would crawl inside my
Backpack.
backpack.
If you leave it open,
I left it open. That now I know.
and now there's such a
I pulled out my pair.
chipmunk poop everywhere.
Chipmunk poop inside my bag.
Gross.
Hopefully there's not. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Stop,
whoa,
stop,
whoa.
stop.
Look at there. Stop.
All right, everyone, so we just climbed up here and we are at Glass Lake, and the sky pond is over here. We're not sure if we're gonna go there. My mom was a little bit tired, and it was also a super scary climb for her and us too, so I'm happy that she stayed below. She's just down the hill having some lunch, and we're up here having some lunch, and we'll meet back with her in 2 minutes. This is definitely the hardest section of the hike. It's pretty steep scrambling, but everyone is making it down safe and sound, which we are happy about. Dad is making it down. Yay! So, we made it. How far?
Right now it is 9.6 miles.
And here comes
We are gonna
Mom.
walk to the car, so we need a little bit more. Probably end up being an even 10.
And here comes Mom and Dad on the finishing lap.
Just start playing the Rocky song for me.
Day 1 in Rocky Mountain National Park complete. We just finished a 10-mile hike. It was called Lock via Glacier Gorge, right? And it was a beautiful hike, but it was a long hike.
We went beyond, right?
And then after we saw the first lake, which was called the Lock, I think.
Yep.
We went to the next lake, was called Glass Lake.
Yeah, I think it was Glass Lake.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful walk, but it was tiring. And so now we actually had to pick my mom up the mountain a little bit more because she didn't want to walk back to the car because she was so tired. But everyone did a great job today, so we're looking forward to resting and just getting back out on the trails tomorrow or the next day. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
I feel like I'm always inside of the cloud with you.
On cloud 9.
Oh my god.
This is absolutely terrifying.
On Wright's Peak, we were inside of, I don't know, it was a fucking hurricane.
This is one of the scariest roads I've ever driven on in my life. This is terrifying.
I've never experienced one like that. Well, tell where we are.
We're driving up
Trail Ridge Road.
Trail Ridge Road. And
It's the highest
it's the highest,
continuous paved road in the United States.
and it's absolutely terrifying that they don't have guardrails.
I'm gonna go real fast around this
Just
corner.
stop! It's freezing up here. It's freezing. Look at all the ones coming from across the
Oh, there's geese. Geese scare me.
Show me, give me some.
Oh, the geese is hissing. Oh no.
Hey!
Oh, that's not nice. There you go. That's all the corn I have. All gone. I don't like you anymore. That's all I got, guys. Okay, yep.
The geese are hissing. Hissing at the ducks. Ducks. Good morning. Good morning.
Action.
Good morning, everyone. It's around 6:15 a.m. We just drove an hour up the Trail Ridge Road to get here to the Continental Divide.
To Milner Pass.
Milner Pass. So what that means is that when it's raining, one side of the mountain drains to the Atlantic Ocean and the other to the Pacific side, which is kind of cool. We saw probably about 300 elk on the way here, which was really cool. And today we are going to conquer Mount Ida.
This is unbelievable.
Say it again.
Look at this. Unbelievable.
We are now reaching the final climb of Mount Ida. It's a steep one coming. Brace yourselves.
So rock.
I thought this was gonna be the top, but the top's up there.
We thought this
Keep going.
we thought this was the top, but now it just keeps going up. We made it to the top, baby. Absolutely terrifying. just finished my lunch and now I'm walking back down the mountain a little bit to check to see where my parents are at. Cause I was a little bit worried, not sure if my mom's gonna make it to the top, so I'm gonna go down to at least sit with her while my dad makes it up. It was a very difficult hike, for sure the hardest hike I've done. So, gotta make sure the parents are all right. I went back down to meet the parents. We all agree that this is probably one of the hardest hikes we've ever done. But I keep trying to reassure them that we're super close to the top.
Are you filming us?
We're super close to the top, yeah. We got this. And then we're gonna eat some food so we don't get nauseous. And we're gonna enjoy the walk down because the walk down would be more peaceful. So what do you think? Do you think this was harder than childbirth?
Yes.
Really? This was harder than childbirth?
Yeah, it definitely was. Harder than childbirth, yes.
That's crazy.
It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life.
Oh wait, I want a picture up here.
Hey guys, so I'm sitting here with my mom and dad the day after the Mount Ida hikes. We just wanted to come on here quickly to give you guys a few of our thoughts and a few tips on Mount Ida if you are going to be hiking it in Colorado.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable and know that your body has an amazing ability to recover after resting, getting hydrated, eating, sleeping. And that's all I would say.
My tip, I think, is getting acclimated, because we hiked on Sunday at a little bit lower elevation, and then we took a break the next day, and then we hiked Mount Ida, which went up to like 12,500 feet or something. So, you know, it was, you can't just go and jump to that elevation if you're not from around here. And if you want to go higher, forget about it. You gotta acclimate.
My first tip is to make sure you're wearing sunscreen, because at the top of the mountain it gets very sunny and you won't feel like you're getting burnt, but then suddenly you might start feeling a little crispy. I was feeling like my face was getting really burnt, and it just kind of sneaks up on you because it's not feeling hot, but the wind and the dryness and the sun, it definitely can get to you. So make sure you're wearing sunscreen. And then my second tip would be to make sure you're packing enough water and drinking it throughout the entire hike. We had one person in our group, my mom, who was actually having a little bit of altitude sickness from this hike, and it probably was because she was also a little bit dehydrated. So make sure you're drinking water throughout the entire hike.
It's about 6 o'clock at night on Thursday. We're gearing up, getting ready for Long's Peak in the morning. We're gonna get up at midnight and be to the trailhead by 1 o'clock in the morning. So I just want to be ready. I think I'm just gonna sleep like this with my headlight on and my hat on. I don't want to take any chances forgetting anything. So I'm just going to bed just like this. I might even put my boots on. I might sleep in my boots. I just don't want to forget anything. So we'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
You are a crazy person. We have our bladders, 3 liters in this puppy. I'm also bringing 32 ounces of electrolytes, and I'm also gonna fill up this guy. When you're sweating, but it's also dry, it's kind of hard to maintain your hydration.
Do you think that it's gonna be too heavy for you to have that much?
No.
Really? Dad's pack is super heavy.
I always hike with this amount.
Like 2 extra bottles?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, you're thirsty.
I go through this whole thing. When we were done with Ida, this was like completely gone. And I also dipped into like half of my extra water bottle and gave him half of my extra water bottle too. So it's very important.
Yes, of course.
It's like the key to not feeling like crap.
To the trailhead at Long's Peak at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we started the hike. We got a quarter of a mile in and it started raining, so we turned around, we came back to the car, we sat in the car for a little while, let it stop raining, then we started again at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we got about
we got up above the tree line up into tundra, and the wind was so strong, it was howling, it was just blowing so hard, and it was so cold. We all just looked at each other and said, it's, you know, this isn't a good day to do this. So we turned around and we came back down. We were all a little disappointed, but it was the right decision because the whole top of the mountain it's all covered with clouds and there's snow up there. So now that we changed up our plans for today, Bonnie and Mary are going horseback riding in the park, which is going to be really super cool. And Sebastian, Kelly and I are going to go down to the park and we're going to pick out an easier hike, you know, something not too crazy. But, you know, all the hikes are good. There's plenty of great views. And it's still cold. And so it's our last day and then we're heading home tomorrow. And then Kelly and Sebastian, they continue on their trip. So they have other places to go.
Almost ready to board our horses. Feels like we're boarding an airplane, but it's really just a horse.
Hi everyone, so we just finished our trail ride in Rocky Mountain National Park. And what did you think of it, Mom?
It was actually very relaxing.
It was super
because
relaxing.
you sort of get into a rhythm with the horse. But to me, it almost felt like I did not appreciate how well groomed the hiking trails are compared to the horse trails. And you know, and even along, it's just very natural. You see a very natural
side of the park. Yeah.
With the trees that are fallen and the brush and, you know.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the ride. It was very relaxing. At certain parts, I literally was like dozing off, but it was also a little bit tiring. Like, it makes your butt so sore. Yeah. Like, when I got off the horse, I was like, oh my god, like, ouch. But overall,
the horse was sweet.
Overall,
the horse I was riding was so sweet. He wanted to do such a good job.
Overall, it was a good experience.
It was a nice experience.
Smooth sailing.
Back to New Jersey. We had a great week in Colorado.